What up, what up, what up? What's happening? Que lo que miente. Welcome to Love, Purpose, and Passports. Hope all is well and all the passport ready, a passport getting ready. For those of you that don't know, I am Mr. Pro for You, living in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, with this beautiful Milky Way of mine right here.
I call me a Milky Way.
That thing is chocolatey nougat.
What?
Miss Pro for You.
Hola. Hello, everyone.
How you doing today, Miss Pro?
I'm doing great, mi amor. Thank you for asking me. I feel milky chocolate.
But we got to be serious for this one right here, because this is about, this is some scary stuff right here. The Dominican Republic is paradise. Beautiful beaches, incredible food, warm people. But when the sun goes down and you're deep in the mountains, something else wakes up.
And if you are Dominican, you didn't just hear these stories. You believed them. And your grandmother made sure of it.
Today, we're counting down 5 Dominican myths so terrifying, people don't even call them myths here. They call them warnings.
Yep.
Today, we start where everything ends, with death. But in the Dominican Republic, death doesn't always mean goodbye.
Today we speak about La Jupía. This comes from the Taíno people. These were the indigenous people that were here long before Christopher Columbus showed up. To them, the spirit world wasn't separate from this world. It was right here, walking right next to you.
A Jupía is the soul of someone who died but didn't leave. Maybe they had unfinished business. Maybe they were taken too soon. Whatever the reason, they wander at night near the living.
Now you won't see them most of the time, but you will feel them. It's like a sudden cold when there's no wind, a presence in an empty room, a feeling like someone is watching you from the corner, but like when you turn around, there's nobody there.
Some Jupías, they're harmless, just lost. But others, they bring misfortune. They visit you in your dreams, and not the good kind. Dominicans in the Campos still won't walk alone at night in certain areas. Not because of crime, because of this.
My abuela used to say that if you feel all of a sudden cold for no reason and the little hairs on your neck stand up, she would say, don't turn around, don't look back, just keep walking.
Bet she didn't look back, did she?
Not even one time. Okay, so this next one, every Dominican kid knows about. Every single one.
And here's what I want you to understand. This wasn't just a story parents told for fun. This was discipline, Dominican style.
And my mother didn't play when it came to that. When we used to act up when we were kids, she used to be like, "Sí, ahí viene el hombre del saco," and we would hear that, and then everyone would kind of come running and run into the room and run into the bed, and we were terrified.
El Hombre del Saco, the sack man, tall, thin, face hidden in the shadow, and he carries a large burlap sack over his shoulder. Not for groceries, for the little ones.
Yeah, so when little ones used to stay out too late, children who used to wander too far, that were where they weren't supposed to be, or maybe children that didn't listen, those were the ones that he had inside his sack.
Now look, on the surface, this sounds like a parenting tool. And it was. But here's the thing. Nobody ever framed it that way. It was always told as fact. He's real. He's out there. And El Saco is watching.
Yeah, I remember being a little thing, and we'd be outside playing, and then the sun would go down, and my aunt would open the door, and she would just her words would be like, she didn't even have to say the words. Everyone would just come running in. Sometimes we'd run so fast that our little shoes would be like left behind on the floor, and we were terrified.
And that right there is why Dominican kids had curfews. Not because of the street lights, but because of him.
Yeah, the streets in DR got empty real fast at nighttime, and now you know why. All the kids would be home.
Now we get into something that isn't just scary. It makes you paranoid, because this myth doesn't give you a monster to watch out for. It gives you like a neighbor.
The Galipote in the campos, people still talk about this, and they talk about it very seriously. This isn't like just a story. It's not like a folklore. Like, this is generally something people watch out for.
A Galipote is a person, a real human being who made a pact with dark forces. And in exchange, they got the ability to shapeshift, to become animals, birds, dogs, trees, shadow.
By daytime, like in the day, they live among everybody. They could be your neighbor, it could be someone in your church, it could even be someone that you've known for many, many years.
Yeah. And here's the detail that makes this one really get under your skin. If you injure an animal at night that's acting strangely, supposedly the next morning, the Galipote shows up with the same injury, same wound, same location.
Hey, there was a story that my grandmother used to tell about, I don't know, this old crazy guy, and everyone used to say that he was a Galipote because one time there was this pig that was on top of I swear, there was this pig that was on top of the roof of the house, and he would always climb up on the roof somehow. I mean, this is like a small, not like a high roof, like a small, and it would just kind of like climb up, and it will always be like up there making noise and mess or whatever. And my grandmother hated it. And then I don't know what happened. She put something up there, and the thing slipped and fell and like broke a leg or something and went away. And the next day, that crazy homeless guy had the same leg broken, and everybody thought that that's what happened, that it was the pig, that it was him that whole time, because he hated my grandmother.
Wow. Now, was that a coincidence? Maybe. But in a small Dominican community where everyone knows everybody, that kind of thing follows a person forever.
Changes the way you look at people.
It changes the way you look at dogs.
And pigs.
This next one is different because it's not just about fear. It's about greed and what some people are willing to trade for money.
El Bacá is one of the oldest and most talked about myths in Dominican culture. And the reason it still resonates is because people look at certain wealthy families, the old money, the people that own land, and they whisper about them.
The story goes, a man who wants wealth beyond what his work can bring makes a secret pact, not with God, with something else. In exchange for riches, land, power, prosperity, he agrees to feed El Bacá.
And feed it how?
Blood, sacrifice, sometimes animal, sometimes not animal.
And there are families in the DR, real families with real names that people whisper, who are said to have had a Bacá on the land. And that land has paid off for them. But at what cost?
El Bacá is a shapeshifter. It might look like a dog with red eyes, a shadow moving through the cane fields, an invisible presence you feel before you hear, chains rattling, a low growl, something wrong in the dark.
People who live near certain old farms or certain country properties say that they won't go near those fields in the dark. Workers who have been working on that land for decades say that there are areas where they just simply won't go.
And when you ask them why, they don't say because of, some story. They say because of something they've seen.
And that's the thing about Dominican myths. They don't stay in the past.
We've saved the best for last.
Oh.
We've saved the best for last.
Oh, you did?
Come on. This is the one everybody's been waiting for. The most famous Dominican myth. The one that's appeared in art, in literature, in music, and still makes grown men in the mountains nervous.
La Ciguapa.
She lives in the mountains, in the forest where light doesn't reach. And she is, by every account, stunningly beautiful, dark brown skin, long black hair so thick and full it covers her entire body. Eyes that pull you in like you've lost your mind.
But here's one thing that you don't notice right away. Her feet are on backwards.
Turn completely around so her toes point behind her.
Which means that if you ever find her tracks and you try to follow them, you're going to go in the wrong direction. And then you end up going deeper and deeper and deeper into the forest until you get lost. And then you just don't come back.
Men who've gone in the mountains alone have disappeared. And the old timers, they don't say they got lost or fell. They say, La Ciguapa se lo llevo. The Ciguapa took him.
Now let this be a lesson. Beautiful women in the forest who appear out of nowhere, barefoot, with crooked backward feet at midnight. It's not your blessing. This is a warning.
She doesn't speak. She calls to you. Sometimes with sounds, sometimes with just her presence. And by the time you realize what's happening to you, you're already following her.
Some versions of the story say that she can only be caught on nights with no moon. Others say that she can never be caught at all. But every version agrees on this.
The men who go looking for her, they don't come back the same, if they come back at all.
Are you afraid of her?
No, I already got one. Been had one.
You gotta see Guapa.
I ain't been back.
Oh.
So we hope you enjoyed this and that it terrified you.
Sorry. That just wasn't terrifying. That was awesome. Do it again. I'm sorry. Ready? That was awesome. I know it's supposed to be serious, but that was awesome. Okay. Ooh. Get it together. Go.
So we hope you enjoyed this and it terrified you. And you know what else we wanted to do to you? We wanted to make you like and subscribe. Love, purpose, and passports.
Love, purpose, and Ciguapas.
Peace.